That's right. I came on 2 seconds before the countdown ended. I make the rules around here. Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday. It is 9:19. When it's kind of slow like this, the time kind of pushes a little later because I like to sit there and snuggle with the cats and drink my coffee and just kind of enjoy the prep for the show and all that good stuff. But looking out over Sibley Lake, it looks awesome this morning. You know, yesterday I actually had a conference call. I'll leave the lake up while I'm rambling here with all the brass from the United Cajun Navy. A lot of good things coming there, and they have now. They were talking about they were in the warehouse. The main guy Todd, he was down there and he was showing all the supplies that they have to get out to all these areas that still need assistance and everything. And I was like, so that's your third one? He's like, yeah, that's our third one in Baton Rouge, and I'm talking big time warehouses full of stuff. So they're doing some great stuff, and I'm just glad to be a part of that. And unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to start talking about weather on that side again, as there is a tropical thing, not for us, but something that is at least marginally interesting at this point. It gets more interesting when you add all the other factors in, but I'm not terribly concerned at this point, but I'm keeping an eye on it. Looking at the Alexandria sky cam, things are looking lovely out there. A few more cars. The kids are back in school and all that good stuff. 64, dew point 60. I'm willing it to get colder, and that's not happening. So, it briefly did. I'm ready for it, though. Looks like we have, what is that, a frost advisory? I didn't even look. Yeah, frost advisory for parts of Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska. So that's some good news for cold weather fans. A freeze watch up there in northwest Colorado near Dinosaur, if you've ever been in northwest Colorado. It is a beautiful area to explore. Nothing going on, though, you can see here locally. Just no rain, no nothing. You know the drill here. We're not going to see much over the next 6 days. There is rain in the 7-day forecast, and I can't wait to show you that. I'm so excited to have raindrops back in the forecast. Upper 80s, lots of sunshine today. Could hit 90. It's not fair. I know we're late October, and we're still talking about the heat. Here's what Futurecast looks like. Just a few clouds out there. Same thing again, over and over again. A few clouds, maybe a little fog down south of I-10 late tonight. And then looking at the severe outlook, actually, there is something going on up there with a marginal risk for severe weather from Des Moines to Kansas City, but close to home, a whole lot of nothing. Now, the tropical area of interest is not an area of interest just yet, but down in this area here in the Caribbean, I think we're going to get a lemon here, and I say that because we get the yellow, and it just, typically kind of circular, so I think we're going to get something down here in a couple of days. And then the GFS, the operational runs, which is the main one you'll see on, if you're a weather model nerd and you go to your favorite page, that's what you'll see is the operational. You don't typically see the ensembles unless you dig into things, and you can find all that stuff. And I don't even want to send links out for that because that can create more confusion. But the system that tries to develop down here, it's going to do one of two things from what I'm seeing here. It's either going to come up and impact Florida, which is crazy, and to think this would be near Election Day is even crazier. And then there are that's the operational run. The ensembles are further east. So yes, there could still be something here. This could impact Cuba. This could impact the Bahamas, something like that. But we're still like 10 to 12 days out. So no need to sound the alarms just yet, but it is something we're watching down the road. And I just shudder at the thought of something like that happening during a high impact thing like the election and all that stuff. But at this point, it looks like we are going to at least have more chance of it not impacting Florida than impacting Florida. And I'll be watching it. I'll post about things. I'll be careful because I hate when things go political and crazy on the site and everything. I mean, nobody likes that. I don't understand why people discuss that on social media, but hey, that's just me, and I'm just crazy old Nick Miculus here. Looking at the rainfall for the next 7 days, we have a lot of heavy rain going on up to the north. Those severe storms possible later today in Iowa and Missouri, but down here, not looking at anything. I think once we get into the end of this thing, though, around Wednesday, that's when we get that rain to come in the 7-day forecast, and here's what it looks like. That's what raindrops look like on the 7-day, if you forgot. Cute little graphics, I know. Mid to upper 80s for the next 7 days. We go from the mid 50s to the mid 60s, and yes, I need to learn how to do a rain dance. I'm trying. I'm doing whatever I can. I'm pulling out all the stops here because the ground is absolutely just disgustingly rock hard and dry and crispy and all that good stuff. It looks like rain is coming back into the forecast. Looking at the long term here, when we go beyond the tropics and all that, you see that little bubble right there where it looks like they're adding that above normal, just in case. There are some of those ensembles that do bring this tropical system into impact, at least the southern part of Florida. So watching that, but to see all this green out here, that is great news. I mean, most of the country, we can use some rain over a large part of the United States, and it looks like we're going to get some to start November. Crazy, crazy stuff. Getting into November, it seems like we were, July, August, just a couple weeks ago. And here we go, above normal temperatures. So we're going to keep it with that mid 80s, low 80s, something like that. To start November, typically low to mid 70s. So from near 80 to 85, something like that. That's around where I'm thinking things are going to start the month. And then we have those rain chances coming in. Yes, it is dusty. And if it were hotter, I think we'd be seeing more of those dust devils out there and everything. So yeah, we have a little hope for rain in the forecast. We're not going to freak out about the tropical stuff in Florida just yet because it quite possibly, I mean, there's a million avenues to this thing not developing, wind shear coming down, from the north with the jet stream sinking further south. That's what protects us this time of year. And we're going to hope and pray that this thing just stays away and weakens and all that good stuff, because we don't want to have to deal with that, especially at that time of year. So I'm going to get out of here. It looks like we are going to see a little bit of rain coming in by the end of next week, so we have at least rain in the sights out there. I don't see this as being a big heavy event, and right now, we could probably take 3 to 6 inches of rain and not even bat an eye. It's not going to be something like that. But I'll be keeping you posted on that. Nice to have something to look at, and that trough digging into the west keeps it cooler and hopefully keeps our storm track active but free of severe weather. Weather's a delicate thing. We need the rain. But down here, it seems like we either get rain in the form of like a hurricane or a thunderstorm. It's rare, especially this time of year, that we just get a nice gentle rain over a couple of days. So let's see what we can do. I'll be watching it. Tom will be watching it, and we'll be telling you what's going on as soon as we know what is going on ourselves. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great Thursday.